W's and L's, a weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. All right, it is on you. Do you need to take control of the share screen thing?
Nah, not really. I got my phone here. I think I'm okay.
All right.
Or if I do, I'll just have you throw it up because I don't have a lot.
No.
So first of all, I did want to give a dub out to Marlon Wayans. Man, what a pleasure that interview was for so many reasons. Like from the battles with Harvey Weinstein to the heartbreak of losing out on playing Robin, The Hell with You, to Tim Burton. Yeah, Tim Burton. To the fact that Vlad wouldn't pay this man $40,000.
Thank God.
For what he thought was going to be 500,000 views, and it ended up running up 2 million views in 12 hours on Club Shay Shay. So
yes,
if ever there were a better example of why we should be ignoring Vlad and not giving that platform the time of day, there you have it. You have another place to go where your trauma doesn't get exploited and you get to talk about what you want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But some of the gems that we got out of that conversation, let me get all the way up here. Let's see if there's anything in particular that we need to show. So they originally shopped Wayans Bros to NBC. NBC wanted them to drop John Witherspoon.
I saw that.
Wanted them to drop John Witherspoon.
He was
Can you
too
imagine
ghetto.
Wayans Bros without John Witherspoon?
No.
Crazy.
No.
Crazy.
Some of the funniest moments have come because of John Witherspoon.
Pops. Yeah. That's just flabbergasting, but not all that surprising.
But they said he was too ghetto. I think they said he was too Detroit.
The Wayans Bros. Insanity. Insane. But they ended up keeping him. A young upstart out of Warner Brothers decides to pick up their pilot in WB, and the rest is history. And they end up making themselves a flagship network for a number of years, not solely, but mainly based on Black content.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mostly. Jamie Foxx, Steve Harvey show. I mean, just the
Parkers,
endless amount of library. Yeah.
101.
Parkers, 101. Yeah. For years until it eventually became UPN and all that other stuff. And, veered off. But the fact that they stuck with John Witherspoon and didn't cave to the pressure of what surely was a big monetary offer for them to do so. They stuck with their guy, and the show was better for it. And, I just commend them for having the courage to stick to their guns on that one, because couldn't imagine that show without them.
For sure.
Favorite story that came out of here, right? Probably not the biggest story, but the favorite story that came out of here. Okay. So 1 year during the Super Bowl, Keenan Wayans decides that he wants to capture the Super Bowl audience. He wants to entertain the Super Bowl audience for the halftime, for the 30 minutes that the teams are inside and ain't nothing going on, because by that time in the 80s, there really wasn't anything going on. There was no big show. The biggest star in the world wasn't, coming to do Super Bowl halftime shows. It was just
Kendrick, for sure.
halftime. Yeah, it was just a halftime. So Keenan has the idea to set Living Color up to air in that 30-minute block that the Super Bowl is on halftime, right? Have millions of viewers. They steal the TV audience away from the Super Bowl, right? The very next year, take a wild guess on who they cast to be in the in the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh,
yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yes, absolutely. The fact that Keenan Ivory Wayans wrestled the NFL into signing the biggest star in the world just so that he couldn't take their audience with a Living Color. This is NFL versus in Living Color. Fire. And they are so intimidated by the fact that he was able to garner that offense, crowd, that audience, while they weren't even on the field. They were so intimidated by that, they went out and got the biggest show that they could possibly find and paid him for it. I think Michael Jackson got paid for that one. The first one? Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they got the biggest star in the world to come up and show up.
Yeah.
Fire.
It's fire.
Another nugget that came out of that interview, J-Lo be acting funny, but apparently she still helps Marlon with work from time to time.
Okay.
You know, even though she a little Hollywood, but you know, she ain't never been that way with Marlon, so he good. According to him.
Yikes.
Yeah, and then the Batman film thing he talked about. We talked about that last week, I believe. Or no, we talked about that on
Behind the Cape.
I don't know.
Behind the Cape. We talked about it.
Was it Behind the Cape last week? Yeah. Yep. So yeah, a lot of gems coming out of there. He said he went to Diddy parties, but always left early. Now, I feel like everybody just hopping on the Denzel's excuse. You know what I'm saying? Denzel the one said leave 30 minutes before the devil get there. Now all of a sudden we got all these celebrities talking about, yeah, no, I left early. Like Denzel said. like Denzel. You know, Denzel said leave early. I was out of there.
Oh man, yeah. Who wants to be on that list of people still being at the Diddy party? For the life of me, I could have remembered a time where everybody was like, "Oh, Diddy's parties are all the rage. They're so amazing." It was a long time of that.
Now all of a sudden, I never actually went to a Diddy party per se. There were a few Diddy get-togethers. I left very early. You know, before all the crazy stuff going on. The idea that celebrities only do dirty deeds when the sun is down is laughable to me. Like there's no daytime pool parties where ain't nobody's fucking in daytime, apparently. You know, we only do that kind of nonsense at night when the sun goes down. It's crazy.
I heard it was called a P. Diddy white party, not because of what they were wearing when they showed up.
Okay, and moving on from Marlon Wayans. Definitely a great interview, and once again we get to spit in the face of Vlad.
Sure.
Absolutely. My next up is going out to Miss Sha'Carri Richardson, who got a chance. This one I will show y'all. I will show you. Go ahead and I think it is the. Oh, let me count. Is the fifth post down in the bookmarks there by NBC Sports.
Here we go.
Miss Sha'Carri Richardson actually got
I'm not actually up yet.
Get her lick back versus what was the girl's name from St. Lucia? Julianne Alford, the lady who won the gold at the Olympics here. Now remember, there was a lot of controversy about that race because they wouldn't let Shelly Ann Fraser or Sha'Carri Richardson in the gate that they had been using all week to get in to warm up to the track.
Yep.
They ended up having to walk a couple miles around the facility and then got in without really much time to actually warm up before they were supposed to run. Shelly Ann Fraser scratched. She didn't even run. And this is her last Olympics. Right? And so Sha'Carri Richardson, as valiant as she ran at the Olympics, came in second, got off to a really rough start in that race. It finished well, had ran faster than Julianne's time, gold time in the Olympics throughout the year. Now here at their first competition post Olympics, she gets a chance to show what she has, you know, unencumbered.
Good start from Alfred. She's away now. Really good start from Dina Asher-Smith as well. Asher-Smith leading the moment. Are they coming back at her? Yes, here comes Richardson. And Richardson takes it.
Woo!
Julian Alfred, her pickup in the orange there
that
was the better, although certainly at halfway.
She killed that in the last.
It's
part.
a good point about Dina Asher-Smith. I mean, until about
ran right back.
Ago,
less than a month later.
Here. And you know, this is about the race where you know, Dina's such a good starter. But
I mean, again,
really two through the gears in the race.
Crazy competitors, amazing athletes. Probably we'll see it again in a long time. I just wanted Sha'Carri to be at her best when she's competing. I think all of the athletes at the Olympics would ask for the same. It was a travesty that they didn't get that opportunity.
Facts. Big facts.
But yeah, no, shout out to her for winning the competition. Let's get on to my L list here. So I'm giving an L out to Pat Bev. Pat Bev is getting an L for me.
No, not Pat Bev.
Apparently he's playing in Israel right now. And also, apparently, he's completely oblivious to anything that is currently going on with the government or how they use American celebrities for propaganda. Or he knows and he doesn't give a shit. Either way, he's getting an L from me.
Okay.
So he's on his podcast and he's talking about how people are asking him if he's safe, if he's doing well. Obviously, because of the conflict in the region. A lot of dangerous things going on there. And Pat Bev can't tell you how much he loves Israel. It's beautiful. The beaches are nice, safe, it's quiet, and yada, yada, yada. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Israel's great. And if that in itself doesn't kind of give you an idea of what the situation there is in that region, it is to the degree that an American celebrity can comfortably live there unaffected, as if nothing is going on, when there are literally thousands, hundreds of thousands, probably getting pretty close to millions at this point if we actually uncovered all the rubble and pulled all the bodies out and found and took an official count by people without a vested interest in the findings. That's all happening while you're playing basketball, while you're chilling at the beach, while you're enjoying the gelato or whatever the fuck you eat in Israel. Right? Like, that shit is going on less than 5 miles away from you. And you wouldn't know at all. Think about the amount of manpower that it probably takes to keep that away from you. Because, I mean, there are literally parts of Israel that have been evacuated because of this conflict. Not just because of what's going on in Gaza with Hamas, but also what's going on with Hezbollah and Iran and everybody else that they're pissing off over there in that region.
Yeah.
They got problems, fam. You in an actual war zone.
Literally.
But the propaganda is so strong, they got you thinking you at a resort.
Crazy.
This ain't really for celebrities because, you know, I don't give a shit what they do anyways. And we shouldn't pattern our behaviors after them or expect them to do anything for us. Absolutely. But for my normal black people, please research the places that you are traveling to. Do not take, you know, these vloggers, the bloggers, a lot of them are paid and bought for. If anybody is advising you to travel to Israel right now, they are doing so for their own purpose, probably to get you to speak the praises of how Israel is going on right now, because their tourism economy is absolutely dead.
In the dumpster.
Not to mention, I believe it was Colombia that just cut diplomatic ties with Israel, serves up about 60% of their coal reserves, accounts for about 20% of their electricity.
Damn.
Now, how the fuck is all of that going on? And Pat Bev couldn't know, he couldn't tell the difference. Again, either ill-informed, severely ill-informed, or knows and doesn't give a shit,
or is paid not to divulge,
Yeah, that too. Yale Asians, the Asian student group who took a case all the way, or pushed the case all the way to the Supreme Court to get affirmative action thrown out of American higher education via the Supreme Court. Do you know what those very same Yale students of Asian descent saw happen in the latest cycle of admittance into their school? You know what that happened?
What's that?
African American attendance stayed the same. Latino American attendance stayed the same. Caucasians attendance went through the roof.
Of course.
By like 40%. Asian admittance down 6%.
Great going. Good job.
It's almost like the people who were arguing with you when you were pushing this bill aren't racist or anti-Asian. They were just trying to tell you, hey, you gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer as a result of this. This was only in place because they were keeping all of us out. And honestly, the most egregious of that is not that the Asian attendance dropped 6%. It's the fact that the Caucasian attendance skyrocketed 40%.
Fucking idiots.
They used this opportunity to do exactly what they were already doing before. Was the whole point of affirmative. Oh, God damn it. And for it to happen at this school specifically is chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. You can't write a better story.
Facts.
Tim Waltz and his family.
That shit was crazy.
Nuts, right? That's fucking crazy.
So crazy.
That your entire family dressed up and rocking with Trump. Now, I don't know if that's a bigger L or if the way that they tried to respond to it was a bigger L.
I didn't see the response.
They touted the endorsements of Liz and Dick Cheney.
Damn,
Dick Cheney, who didn't even want your kids to have free school lunches or after school programs, who shot his best friend in the face.
And then
Dick Cheney. That is the rebuttal to Tim Waltz's entire family wearing Trump shit. Damn, I am so scared for Kamala to talk. I am so afraid for her to talk because it seems like the more that she vocalizes, the less people actually connect with her. As long as she's just raking in donations and not speaking, everything is going well. I feel like all of this shit could fall off of the tracks very quickly.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna try to see if I can find the fucking picture. Here it is. All right. This shit is so
Chillmonger.
This shit is so stupid. Fam, waltzes, Nebraska waltzes for Trump. I don't think you need an S when you can just put the apostrophe after waltz for Trump. That would be plural there. I don't think you did that right.
Waltzes.
I don't think you did that right, but
oh, that's funny. That is hilarious.
Punctuation, right?
Yeah, all of this is very cringeworthy. All of it. The Trump 2024 on the Waltz family, the Democrats touting the big bad Republicans, like the ones that they fearmonger against, as one of their leading endorsements. All of this is just making my brain hurt. But this was funny. That was funny. That was funny.
I'm not mad at any family member is crazy. And then Marcus, you know Kamala be out here in these streets.
No, she don't. I forgot she said that shit.
She said
I've been out here in these streets, and know what they said? It's not like us.
She be out here in the streets, bro.
Like, you will do that. You will play up your blackness like that in a very cartoonish way. But when somebody asks you, "Are you sure you black?" You just gonna be like, "No question. Come on, come on, come on." I'm either gonna be offended at one or offended at the other. Like, you got to pick one. Got to pick one.
Are you black?
Next question. All right, my last L is going out to the commission that was tasked with putting together the reparations bill in California, because not only have they kind of brought it to a standstill, but now they are signaling that it was because of a potential veto from Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom just gave an interview on Friday and said that, I mean, look, that ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, I didn't say that I was going to veto anything. I said that there were things we had to work out, which they do in legislation, right? Like, they're fine tuning points all the way through the process. Yeah. But like, to pull the bill off the table after it's already been decided on, you've already had a commission, you've already done the study, you approved it, you approved the bills, but then guess what parts of the bill that they take most issues, or the bills, part of the commission that they take issue with? The ones that have direct payments going to African-American descendants.
Yeah, of course.
So,
of course.
How else do you call that? And the fact that y'all got black faces doing it is even more dastardly.
Yes.
Because it is a majority black city council,
that way the scapegoats can be black people.
It's crazy.
Your people don't want you to get paid.
I would hate to think that Gavin used this to try to bolster his presidential career, and he never had any intentions of signing it. But then again, I can only take him at his word. He didn't say it meant a veto. It said it just meant that we needed to continue to amend it. So why wouldn't you force him to do what you think he's going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's fucked up.
But that is it for me.
Giving a dub to one album that seems to be ready to come out. The Weeknd looks locked and loaded, ready to drop his new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. So, what was the first one? After Hours, and then Dawn FM. And now, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. I'm ready to go.
I really liked Dawn FM. I think Dawn FM was crazy, even though it was a very dark album. Yeah, crazy dark album.
Yeah, it was.
Still fuck Jim Carrey. But now we got some new material to talk about, right? It's just not going to be 80s or Suicide or anything like that. We're going to be talking about your boy. Most definitely talking about your boy. I wonder if he takes credit for the little ping pong that was going on outside of the embassy. I wonder if he even talks about it, if he even alludes to it at all.
Stay clear of.
Yeah, we'll see. Rappers are dumb. Or R&B.
He's not a rapper. I was gonna say he's definitely an R&B / pop singer.
Or R&B or pop singer smart. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I guess I'm about a 7 on the anticipation scale.
Okay. Well, how about this then? To start off with my L's,
how about this? You gotta say it right. How about this? How about this?
No.
Okay. How about this?
Where's that from?
How about this?
How about this? Are you talking about the no, never mind. You're not. How about this? I don't know where that's from.
Okay, look at this. How about this?
It sounds like
Think about this. Think about this.
That sounds like Eddie
Don't
Murphy.
disrespect Eddie Murphy.
That sounds like Eddie Murphy.
No, it's fit.
Oh my god, yeah, that's
okay.
Disrespect.
Okay,
that's
think
disrespect.
Think about this.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Anyway, all right. So I gave a dub to an album that seems like it's ready to come out. I'm giving an L to one album that seems close to be ready to come out, but it's being hampered by one thing. Apparently, all they need is a feature. And that is the Clips album. The Clips album is apparently done and ready to go, but they're waiting for one feature. And Push seems very silent about that one feature. I don't know if it's Hove, because I don't know if he'd be so silent about that. But then, is it Kendrick? Is it...
No. You know who it is. Who else would be holding up the process like this?
Is it Kanye?
You know damn well who look like they not rapping right now, even though Vultures 2 is pretty good. Vultures 2 is pretty good.
Oh my god, I haven't even listened to Vultures 2.
That's pretty good. I like it.
I listened to Big Sean before I listened to Vultures.
But I also yikes.
Yeah.
That
I feel the same way.
It was a yikeser for sure.
Yes.
I'm surprised he's not on my list. Anyways,
same.
Well, who were we talking about before then?
The Clips album.
Clips. No.
And who's not rapping right now?
Oh yeah. Who's not rapping right now? Yeah, it's your boy. Look like he ain't rapping right now. He walking his naked wife around like she's a pet. He got other things going on right now.
So you think the hidden feature is the one feature that they're waiting on?
If I had to pick a Negro out of that group, out of his group of affiliates that would be holding up an album, who at this point looks like that person? It's obviously not his brother, because he's making the album. It's not Pharrell. I have a hard time believing Pharrell's not doing the work when it needs to be done.
I think
Pharrell's if it was Hove, again, he would just say, "Hey, Hove, come on, get me this feature so we can get a move on." I don't think it would be very secretive about having a Hove verse. That's a Fabulous, maybe. Fabulous, but Fabulous does good work, man. I don't see him as a lazy individual, or maybe it's not a effort thing. Maybe it's like it ain't ready yet.
Hove,
whoever it may be.
Hove, or maybe it's somebody from. They got the re-up gang. Maybe they're waiting on the re-up gang to come back together.
Get like Tony Robinson. Who do you guys think it is?
We'll see. We shall see.
I think Ye, Fabulous, possibly.
Hove.
K-Dot would be insane.
Or Dot. Insane.
But I would almost feel like the Dot reference or the Dot feature on this album would it would low-key feel like dick writing, just because this wasn't Push's beef. Like he already fucked him up, like made him stop responding. So like you don't got to come back, and you already did your work. You don't have to come back. Nas,
that could be.
Yeah, sure.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. That's fair. Since we're on the subject of rap, R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Crazy, crazy. Yeah, tragic ending. And I hate to see the way that it happened. It seems like unfortunately we've been kind of plagued with this sort of thing in rap as of recent. Just the drug abuse and things of that nature. So,
man.
Just prayers to his family, prayers to everybody around him, prayers to Thug. I seen he got the announcement in court, which is crazy. I seen Offset and Quavo decided to at least come together and talk now that they've lost. I think they should have done that when they lost Takeoff, to be honest with you. But
I think them niggas bullshitting, but that's just me.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're bullshitting.
Could be.
Like it's been a while, fam. It's like either this is over, something else y'all not telling us, or y'all just bullshitting. Y'all don't really want to work. I can't really make heads or tails of it. This nigga Offset at Fashion Week with a whole new woman. It's just like, fam, where's the work? Where's the albums?
He was with fucking Lana Del Rey for that little bit of time. That was weird too.
Quavo wasn't it? That was Quavo. That was.
Oh yeah, Quavo. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but that whole situation. Yeah.
But R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan though, for sure. Okay. Well, real quick, let me just show you this last one. This would be nuts. That'd be insane. I don't even think I would want that. Do you see it?
Eminem? Oh nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Clips and Eminem would be insane, and I don't know if it would be a good insane. All right, for my last L before one toss up, I know a lot of people expect me to give Michigan an L today for them losing to Texas yesterday, and as much as I hate Michigan, and as much as I loved Quinn Ewers doing it, and the flag plant. For one,
that fell over, that didn't even go anywhere. It literally didn't stand out.
When did they ever stand
out? Ours stood up for a minute. It stood up. It was leaning a little bit. We have a picture of it leaning in the ground.
Fair. I remember when Baker Mayfield did it in the horseshoe. It literally fell the second.
Well, yeah, that looks stupid. It just looks dumb. You run all the way out to the middle of the field to just let it fall faintly to the damn ground.
It always looks dumb.
Yeah, they didn't even get a picture. That's why you can only show video.
Sure.
But I mean, when you win, you get to do shit like that. So
here's the reason I'm not giving Michigan an L. One, we didn't do it. So I can't talk shit yet. Just straight up and down. I can't say anything yet because it wasn't my team that did it. So I'm still down 0-3 right now. And two, I think they still have an opportunity. So this is more of like a pending L for me. You guys got USC coming in a couple weeks. They look pretty good, but I think you have the possibility of beating them. And then you've got the Oregon game, which they have been looking terrible against Idaho and Boise State. So, I mean, you guys still got chances before you even come close.
It's a long season, man. This loss feels like a week 7, week 8 loss that's like derailing the season. But in reality, as much as I wanted to win that game, I want to win all. I want to win them all. It is a warning sign for what could be for the rest of the season. And it's incumbent on Michigan to stopgap some of the issues they have right now in short order. If that means playing other guys, you got to play other guys. Like it just is what it is. We can't be so enamored with our own picks, our initial picks, that we allow that to, you know, roll on into future games. So you're right. I think USC, even though they're improved defensively, is still a team that can be beaten. Same thing with Oregon. They look extremely beatable. We just got to find a way to score some points, man. We should be okay.
Yeah.
Some lights on here.
I agree. Yeah, I was going to say, you look a tiger out here.
Yeah, right? Like the damn shades is fucking me up. I need to get some blackout shades. We don't usually record when it's this light out.
Facts.
Or at least not from this window angle.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think you guys will be all right as long as you can at least overcome at least one of them. I think you'll have a good game on your resume, enough to maybe seize, you know, a top 12 spot. So, and Penn State
also it's a long season, man. It is a long season. Yeah. Penn State almost lost to Bowling Green. We don't play Penn State, but there's so many things that could happen in this season. I don't expect this team that we saw yesterday to be the team at the end of the season. So
true. All right, toss up. Kamala Trump debate happening on Tuesday. I didn't know that was happening until the other day. I saw an ad for it on Fox, and so
yeah, they've been talking about it a little bit. I
don't even know what to think, to be honest with you. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this.
I hate that the first time that she's going to be forced to talk about some of the questions that I have about her is going to be versus Donald Trump. Like the first time that she's arguing about her tax credit for new home buyers is going to be versus Donald Trump, not versus any commentators who she could actually go through in detail that are asking in good faith, right? Yeah. Because that hasn't been the focus. We gotten word salad every time we've been asked. Well, the focus is on da 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 da. What are you actually tangibly going to do about inflation? Not just work to get it down or yell price controls at me. What are you going to do to wrangle in these corporations? Like, give me something tangible. What is a legislative proposal that you have for that?
So then you think when it comes to answering the questions, she'll be outright, straightforward, answer the questions.
I think that she's
Trump dancing.
Yeah, I think that she has chosen the wrong arena to have a forthright conversation, right? And her being who she is, it's going to behoove her to stick to a little bit more buttoned up performance to contrast what Trump is sure to present. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when he comes up there and he starts talking about, oh, well, why did you just start considering yourself black? And that's the first time that you've addressed it. You couldn't address it to Dana Bash. You haven't addressed it to any of your supporters who have been asking. But now the first time that you actually really address it or claim any blackness or whatever she does in the face of that, the first time that she's actually going to address it is in front of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like you're not, you better not get up there and say next question if he says it. Like that's something that gets you out of the CNN interview. It definitely doesn't get you out of a debate. And she can't afford to stifle the momentum that she has going here recently. It just doesn't. I don't know what is going to come out of this. Honestly, I really don't even know who to favor. But just because I think that it's going to end up going left very quickly.
It could.
He's not going to sit up there and have a constructive debate with you. You know he's not.
Right. So then do you think she has a game plan to kind of at least mitigate what's coming from that side? Hopefully.
Maybe.
I mean, we've seen Joe Trump debate, so maybe she can learn from some of his mistakes, hopefully. And
she's got to cut him off. She definitely has to cut him off more. But then when she cuts him off, she has to have an answer. Like she has to have a rebuttal. And so far, her rebuttals have sucked. And they have only gone into friendly confines with that nonsense, right? On a national stage versus your opponent, when you are asked some of these hard questions, it is not going to be enough to just word salad your way through or to say no comment.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm no more confident in Trump in his ability to stay focused and stay on task and respond to the things that are being asked than I do of her, you know, veering away from the trap of going back and forth with Trump. But it's just, you know,
I just don't know what to expect.
Out of no clue.
She's very much a typical Democrat, so I just feel like she may fall for the same trap. But maybe they plan for this. I don't know. It'll be exciting to see.
Give us your dubs and nails in the chat below. Make sure you tell us what you thought of ours. We're here every Sunday doing dubs and nails behind the cape. Make sure you show up and come back to us next week as well.
Absolutely. Make sure you check out our playlist full of dubs and L's from previous weeks. See what we talked about. And then make sure you come back. We will have the full episode of W's and L's here on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And then make sure you check out our live stream on Sunday.